It was really very bad. Especially Indians, we are not cheaters. Hi guys, hope you're well. And this video is not so like me posting like this, but I was really frustrated by the Philippines immigration. But just to tell you the story about, before I tell you the story about today, I will just tell you the rough idea of the visa. So from 2014 till today, I'm coming to Philippines. Especially last year, I traveled almost from May every month to Philippines from India. Even in India, they were confused. Why am I traveling every month? Because my wife was pregnant with our second baby boy. So we actually had to come to Philippines because she wanted to give birth here. So what we did is, my wife came because I'm doing some work there. So I had to go back to India, spend 1 week here and then go back. It's a lot of money that we had to pay. Anyways, so I've been having a visa till 2019-20, like tourist visa, come and go, extend, come and go. So it was reckless. So our mother-in-law helped and then inquired about TRV, because TRV looked really impossible because of so many agents. They even asked me $500,000 peso, 300,000 peso, and then they said, okay, so we'll do it for 180,000 peso. So I really thought TRV visa is really expensive, but it's for only 1 year when you apply, and then they extend for 2 years, and then 5 years, and then 5 years. And my mother-in-law is a lawyer, so she actually helped me to go to the immigration head office and then go and check out all these things. And for our surprise, we just had to pay like 15,000 or 8,000, 9,000, something like that for 1 year. So we were preparing some huge amount, and then it was just 9,000 pesos. So I learned you have to go straight to the immigration, and people were really helpful in the immigration. I mean, my visa got expired. So second year I went, and then that is COVID time, with a big hassle and also a hectic problem from India here, because there was no flights, only repatriation was there. There was one beautiful sister who was there to help me out and talk to the embassy. And then my TRV almost got expired, but the embassy in the Philippines, embassy in India, they let me fly because I had 1.5 months again for the visa to expire. So I came here, applied visa. They gave me 5 years by the grace of God, because usually it's only for 2 years, and I got for 5 years. I paid like somewhere close to 19,000 something. I was happy about it because it's for 5 years. And now I was happy because when you have a TRV visa, you can go and come anytime you please. It's like your own country. But I realized once you have the TRV, I got the shock, because in the immigration you have to pay the exit tax fee always, because you are like a Filipino now. So you have a separate exit. So it comes around sometimes $50, sometimes above $50. If you are frequently flying, it's kind of little bit less than $50. If you're not, then you have to pay more than $50. So we were usually paying, imagine me from last year, I'm paying almost every month more than $50, and my flight is like about 300 or 250 or 400 US dollar, and we are paying so much money here and the expenses inside. So see, these things are going on. So now I left my family back home. I'm traveling alone, and I went to pay the tax. Then I realized, they said, sir, you have to pay 2,800 peso. That's like about $50 if I'm not wrong. And I said, ma'am, I'm frequently flying. I just flew last December. So she checked and then said, okay, you can pay. And then suddenly she said, oh, you did not pay the annual report. You are in a red list. You can see the screen. I'm like, I don't have any idea about annual report. I have TRV for now 6 years. Nobody told me about annual report. And when they said annual report, it's so funny, because I thought I have to file something and then give a report. You see, you have no idea. This immigration officer goes, I felt so angry and frustrated, but they are immigration officers, you cannot show. So I said, I'm reasoning it out, ma'am. I don't have any idea. I'm not even aware of it, about this visa. About this payment. She said, oh, how you don't know? everybody, the TRV holders in the Philippines, they all know because they are aware of it. Maybe somebody told them. But I never had any idea. And she's like, no, you need to know. How you can say you don't know? And the next guy, there is an immigration officer in the another counter. He says, sir, how can you say you don't know? So when I got the TRV, nobody told me in the immigration head office that I have to file annual report every year. Annual report is something like you have to pay every year, first 60 days of the year, you have to file 300 something peso, and there is a express lane, so close to 1000 peso. So close to $15 or something you have to pay every year. So if you don't pay, there is a penalty for every month, like 200 peso or 300 peso. Every month you have to pay extra, how much ever you are not paying. And they said from 2021, sir, you are not paying annual report. So 5 years you have pending. And I said, sir, is there any way we could pay when I come back? Because my TRV is expiring on September. So I have to apply. Here is again tricky part. So when I went and asked the immigration, I went like more than 3 times, guys. From Jan, Feb, March, and even day before yesterday, I went to immigration. I said, I want to apply for renewal of the TRV. They said, sir, it's a very strict policy. Your visa is expiring on September. You can only apply earliest July. It's not even sure. You can maybe end of the July. But the guy said only earliest July. So I'm like, now I have to go to India. I have to come back to July, apply, and then again go back to India and then come and get it, the visa, you know. But I don't mind because that's what you for 5 years at least, you don't have to worry about visa. But you know, every time you hold the TRV, you have to pay every time you exit the country. At the same time, you have to pay for the annual remote every year, which I was not aware. So I told them, I'm not even aware of that. And this is like, this guy goes in the immigration, sir, how can you say you don't know? Your wife is a Filipino, how she doesn't know? My wife doesn't even know all the process I went through to apply the TRV because I did not tell her. I went and applied myself second time. You know, I don't bother, my wife with all these things because you are a man, I just do it myself. That's me. And how your wife doesn't know? What kind of question is that? I was expecting some help from immigration, like saying like, sir, this is the process, this is the law. We are very sorry that you don't know. You have to explain to, like when you have a TRV, you have to say you have to do this. If I say I don't know, then how are you going to do that? You cannot say how you don't know. I don't know. Then, these guys keep asking, then the ma'am there helped me to get the link and then says, go and read here. Something pasted near their counter about annual report. See, you don't even have an idea that you have to go and read about the annual report. If you have an idea, then you can read. I don't even have an idea that I'm not even aware of it. I don't know how to explain to these guys, So there is you register first, and then once you registered, and then you get a call from virtual assistants. I think she's also an immigration officer, something, I don't know. So he was telling me, it's the morning 2 a.m. Imagine my day becoming so good. So I said, ma'am, I'm not aware of this. If I'm aware, why will I cheat this money? Every year you have to pay 1,000 peso, but whereas you're paying so much money to come and go every time, and then you are paying every time the exit fee more than 3,000 peso, sometimes 2,000 peso, and depending on how you travel, and also your family is here, it's a lot of expenses. If you are able to pay, if you are married a Filipino, or according to Filipinos, is a Filipina, you marry a Filipina, and then you have 2 boys, and you make them Filipinos, thinking that, that's the best way compared to India. And then I come and go. So because, she was to give birth, and then 1 year we are traveling up and down. We spend so much money, and for visa, TRV is not easy. It's not that, whatever is easy to walk in. No, it's not like that. You have to go through so much of process. You have to go through so much of papers, And also it's only PSA, and also you have to get NBI, stand in the line. You cannot get in 1 day, you have to get 1 week. So it's a big process. I'm okay to do that. See, in order to get TRV, in order to get TRV, you have to get the papers, and once you get TRV, you have to pay every year, and also every time you exit the country. And I'm thinking, why will we go and have a TRV? Instead of that, we can have a tourist visa and then come and go, come and go. But when you have a tourist visa, I was there for 5 years, the immigration kept asking me, why are you having tourist visa? You are eligible for TRV. Next time you apply TRV, get the TRV. They were even scolding me. So I thought it is good. But when I got the TRV, my life changed. I started spending so much money, paying so much money. Today they said annual report. See, I'm ready to pay. All I'm saying is I was not even aware of it. Don't make fun of it. How you don't know? How you don't know means, like for example, even to the immigration officer, do you know any rules about the Indian, immigration things? We have OCA called OCA. It's a lifetime visa. My wife and the boys, they have. Every time they come to the country, they don't have to pay anything. Every time they exit the country, they don't have to pay anything. They just have to show the OCA. They are in, they are out, anytime, till they die. But I'm paying 5 years because I married a Filipina and I have a family in Philippines. I'm paying TRV, I'm paying exit, I'm paying flight tickets to come. I spend a lot of money and I'm okay because this is your law. But don't make fun out of us because we don't know, we are not aware of, annual report. Guys, they said 5 years you didn't pay. And the guy saying in the next counter, how they are making it calm and relaxing you, how they relax you, I was super surprised the way the immigration helped. I want to tell you guys, I always told Philippines immigration is one of the easiest immigration. They are sweet the way talk. Even though they are angry, they will talk to you sweet. But these guys this morning, they are not even close to the, this guy said, sir, I think this 60,000 peso you have to pay. You have card, sir? I'm like, man, what? 60,000 peso, that is like close to 1,000 US dollar. No, more than 1,000 US dollar. See how they are, and they say, so if you don't pay, we are not going to let you go. You cannot exit the country. You have to pay. And they are saying you have to pay the annual report and then only you can exit the country, otherwise you cannot. Imagine the flight ticket is just way too expensive this time. That's why we decided I will fly alone. Now they're saying you have to pay. So I said, okay, I will register, I'll talk to the virtual assistant. The virtual assistant, the ma'am said, sir, I'm sorry, this is the law. I really appreciate her. I don't even know her name, but I really appreciate it. She said, this is the law. But every time you have the ACR card, the people will supposed to explain to you that there is an annual report you have to pay. But I never was told. I got the ACR card, I just came. I got 2 times ACR card. I applied TRV 2 times. I renewed 2 times. This is 6th year I'm holding the TRV. Nobody told me about the annual report. See, if you are aware, then you can say, when you have a TRV, what do you have to do? When you go on Google annual report, it says that. But you don't even know, you have to go and search for annual report. I don't even know the meaning of annual report. You understand? So when you are finding out, and you got to be nice to the people. Philippines immigration, I'm so disappointed in you. I came to Philippines for 11 years. I'm traveling many times to Philippines. One of my favorite countries, Philippines. Now, the immigration is one of the worst one. And the last time I flew back to India, I paid outside. There is a 2 tax, guys, for Filipinos and also the foreigners who has TRV. They have to pay the tax inside on the way immigration, inside the immigration, not really outside. Then I actually checked outside. After 4 years, guys, imagine. I give my passport, I give my TRV, the ACR card. They look at it. I paid 1,600 something. I thought that is the one. Then I go straight to the immigration. This immigration, just throw it. This is not go here, go and pay. I'm like, you can have a bad day. That doesn't mean everybody who goes through your counter have to have a bad day. So I took it. I didn't say anything. Okay, maybe she has a bad day. I took it and then I come back. I give the entrance in the immigration where you pay the TRV travel tax for exit. I paid again 2,100, guys. I paid that day close to 5,000 something. And these guys did not even say you cannot pay, you don't have to pay TRV. These guys also not saying, sir, you don't have to pay from next time. No, I'm not aware again. So I just learned myself. Only you have to pay here, not there. That is useless. So 1,600 is not refundable. That's it. See, these kind of things, you got to help the foreigners, especially, for Philippines, we are like, son-in-laws. You got to welcome, you got to help us. We are not trying to, just because I'm an Indian, I'm not trying to cheat 300 peso per year. I paid so much money for TRV, I paid so much money for the tickets, and I'm almost traveling last year every month. Check my passport. I'm not like just, cheating or going around. You don't deal with me as if I'm cheating, you guys, the 300 peso every year. You said, sir, you didn't pay 5 years. My question is this: I have traveled so many times. I entered Philippines through the immigration. I exited through immigration. Another question is that I pay the tax every time before I take the plane, because I'm not allowed to exit the immigration. I cannot exit the country. I have to pay the travel tax. That is an exit travel tax. I was just told today. And nobody told me. Imagine, this 6 years I'm holding TRV, none of the time. I'm not just traveling one time, two times, guys. I traveled, I think, maybe 30 times, let's say, or 20 times at least. None of the time immigration officers or the counter where I pay the tax told me I have to pay the annual report. None of the time they mentioned. My visa is expiring September. Now they got hold of me. They say you have to pay or you cannot exit. And my wife is from here. My sons are here. At least you should have some grace. At least you should have told me last time when I exit, sir, you should have paid. Last year, 5 years, they did not tell me anything. I said, how you don't know? I'm asking the same question as immigration officer. When you took my passport, when you took my alien card, when you pressed my alien card, you should know that I did not pay my annual report. And if you don't know, then if I ask the same question, how you don't know? When you punch it, and they say, sir, when you punch it, it's red color. No, you never show for 5 years that I did not pay annual report. Guys, I was so frustrated, but I cannot show it. You know what I'm saying? And if you are holding TRV, guys, please pay your annual report. Anyways, I told the virtual assistant, is there any way you can help me? She said, sir, we cannot help. When is your boarding time? I said 7 o'clock, so we have some time, it's okay. Then I paid 11,000 something, 11,100 or 11,300 something. I paid 6,000 pesos is the fine penalty. See, I paid, I had a credit card, I paid. What if somebody traveling who don't have money? What if somebody who don't have credit card? And it is only through online, guys, you can pay. You cannot pay anything else. Like you have to pay through GCash or Pay Maya and credit card. What if somebody doesn't have a credit card? And maybe they might say like, oh, you're traveling, you don't have credit card, it's funny. It's not funny. It was really very bad. I had a very bad day this morning, and I don't blame the immigration because I did not pay the annual report. I only say I traveled for 6 years, go and down, and none of the immigration officers, none of the people in immigration head office in Manila, I went even day before yesterday, they did not even tell me by seeing my ACR or ask me, are you paying? No, I did not pay. They did not tell me. And at the end of the day, I'm the one to be blamed, as if I'm cheating your money, as if I'm trying to run away from your money. No, I got to come again next month. I got to come again next year. I have a family here. You know what I'm saying? I made all boys of mine Filipinos. Philippine immigration, I ask you, I request you, when you deal with people, especially like who has a TRV, please consider them, especially Indians. We are not cheaters. The immigration officers would have made me comfortable saying, sir, this is the law. You did not pay, and the system is saying now we cannot do anything, sir. We are no. Oh, how you don't know? I don't know. I'm not aware. And I could say that every country has every different law. I don't violate the law. Paperwork is very important for me. And then they say I did not pay 5 months, 5 years. Imagine 5 years, guys. 5 years they let me travel and let me pay. And then the penalty is holding up and they say, oh, you have to pay, otherwise you cannot exit. This is not nice at all. If it's immigration, please don't show your anger on the people who travel. At the same time, if some people are not aware, please trust them at least, because we paid a lot of money to travel. We paid a lot of money to pay the tax, the entry exit tax, and we're not going to cheat the 300 peso. Let's check the passport, how many countries I've been, how many times I come to Philippines. Philippines is one of the beautiful country, nice people, friendly people, but I had one of the most mocking immigration ever in my life, and this was the worst ever immigration in my life that I have ever been. They did not scold me. The sarcasm, I could be sarcastically talking, but it's not nice, due to respect. I just walked out. But I'm telling you guys, I hope this will reach the immigration officers. Please treat us with respect. Don't throw the papers, don't throw the passports. We are not, slaves. We pay lots of money to come. You're getting paid, you are officers, yes, but we don't break the law. At least, and you got to help annual report, man. Come on, any TRV people who did not pay annual report, or you don't even have idea about it, please go and pay. Otherwise, you'll be paying a lot of money, or they're not going to let you go out. Thanks guys, bye bye, take care, see you guys in next video. I don't do videos like this. This is my second time I'm doing videos, guys. If you go to the YouTube, I talked about the immigration officer last time I exited. Yeah, anyways, that's about me. Even though I had a very bad early morning, I don't make my day, bad. Anyways, I paid with my credit card, guys. I'm good to go. I'm in Singapore now, but I'm gonna post it soon, maybe today or tomorrow. I don't care what happens, but at least treat us with some dignity, some respect, some love. That's what you're famous for. Please do that. Don't treat us like a garbage. And we are not trying to cheat. Ha ha ha, you don't know. I cannot take out from my mind, guys. Anyways, bye bye, take care.